is definitely not already 3-0 Bulldogs, although if you've seen the last couple of games for the Blue Sox here on LSP, you might not necessarily be surprised. From center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. This is Blue Sox baseball here on LSP. Tonight, it is the Blue Sox taking on the roommates. The Blue Sox at 10-6-1 and the Lexington Bulldogs at 11-7. Good evening, everybody. Sam Feely here with you, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. It is not the Stoneham Sabres. It is, in fact, the Lexington Bulldogs taking on the Blue Sox here in the Battle of Lexington. Sam Feely, Chris Del Sordo here with you, ready to bring you the play-by-play story as the Blue Sox hope to try to put an end to this 3-game losing streak that they are on here. The first time they have lost 3 in a row since their 13-12 2023 campaign. Just gonna have to mute the microphone for a second because I'm just taking care of some technical difficulties on my end. We are all a little discombobulated here in the early going.
For the Blue Sox, the left-hander, number 47, Dan Metzdorf. And leading off
Dan
the
Metzdorf getting the start for the Blue Sox on the bump.
Christian Roncall.
And Christian Roncall, the ICL's leading hitter, will lead things off for the Bulldogs. It's just nothing seems to be working on my end. I have no idea why things are being so screwy, but Christian Roncall swings at the first pitch, fouls it off the other way for strike one. We are underway.
Sam, I'll put the headset on in 1 more.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Hi, everybody.
Chris is off. Is a little bit away from the mic right now,
hey,
but.
I like to say first pitch. We almost got first pitch on right on time. We were only 3 minutes late, and there is
four by my count.
Okay. Well, there were a lot of moving parts, so I'm proud of what everybody was able to accomplish.
Seriously, like for one thing, it's an earlier start than we're used to. 7:34 first pitch, which is usually the first pitch for a Bulldogs home game, as that is upstairs for ball 2 to Roncall, 2-1 against Dan Metzdorf getting the start for the Blue Sox.
That's there. There it is.
Roncall getting the start in the EH slot at the top of the line, to be followed by Ruben Siegel and Emilio Burnt, and he fouls that one off. Remains 2-2. Metzdorf, the lefty, former White Sox farmhand. Gets another foul off. Remains 2-2. Roncall enters play tonight, 481 average, 1238 OPS. Curveball in there, strike 3 called. Leadoff batter out to begin the ball game, and a very good batter to get out too.
Bulldogs, the left-hander, number 60, Ruben Siegel.
Blue Sox.
Thank you. Hey, what's Sprague's first name?
0-1 is the count to Ruben Siegel. Again, we're a little discombobulated here because having issues connected to the ICL website on my laptop to pull up stats a little more quickly, but at the very least, quickly, 2 down here for Metzdorf and the Blue Sox.
The shortstop, number 11, Emilio Burt.
Here's Emilio Burt, the shortstop. Takes a strike. 0-1.
All right, hi everybody. You know,
Hi.
Sam, it's funny. Metzdorf late arrival to the ballpark tonight, and it looks like it's well, I was gonna make a good point about how dialed in he was, and then he beans burnt on the elbow. I really feel like I just shouldn't be talking on this broadcast right now. He was so dialed, right? You knew the point I was gonna make.
I did, and it was
The designated hitter, number 27, Peyton Heisner.
it has been just that kind of run for the Blue Sox as of late, having
Sorry.
lost 3 in a row for the first time in 3 years, losing 16-8 to Stoneham on Monday night after losing to them 7-0 on Friday, and now it is their first game of the year against the Bulldogs.
And guys, how long has it been? Because we have Bruce next to between us right now too. So one of you two, is probably gonna know this. How long has it been since the Blue Sox played a game where they were the 5th place team in the ICL? I know it's just percentage points right now, but it's still 5th in the column. You know.
Probably that same span 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Something along those lines, but there were only 6 teams in the league that year. Now, admittedly, now in fairness, the Blue Sox did end up 3rd in the league that year, but at 13 and 12, there were only 3 teams above 500 that ICL. And that was one of those years where one team really was running away with the league, and that was the Expos, but then they ended up losing to the Chiefs in the championship series. But sometimes you have years where things are a little more crowded like we have right now.
Right.
The Mad Dog and the Blue Sox, on one hand, they still have 9 games left to play, including this one. On the other hand, which is more than any other team in the ICL. On the other hand, though, that can be a double-edged sword because as the pitching depth or lack thereof has been highlighted in recent games, you can't expect that much more out of your top guys. You need to know that you can get more from, up and down the staff.
Right. I tell you what, this Peyton Heisner, I don't know if he has Dan Metzdorf figured out, but that's 4 foul balls in this at-bat right now, and it looked like he just missed on 2 of those 4 foul balls, really sending the ball a long way. This is a coveted righty-on-lefty matchup right here for the Bulldogs. You don't want to overstate the importance of any one at-bat, but this feels important right now. This feels like the Blue Sox could do well with just a nice, easy, fairly up and down first.
Heisner slashing 1767 and 24 ABs for what it's worth. 12 for 24. Pickoff attempt and back safely is Emilio Burt.
So good at baseball, confirmed.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I hear Bruce say that he played on the Blue Sox for a year?
Peyton Heisner?
Yeah, I must have misheard that.
I don't remember him specifically playing for the Blue Sox. If he did, it was a cup of coffees go.
We'll run out of baseballs tonight.
Seriously.
Thanks to Mr. Heisner.
Well, not just thanks to Mr. Heisner, thanks to Mr. Roncal, the league's leading hitter at the top of the lineup with a nice lengthy at-bat against Metzdorf, although he did eventually strike out looking. Let's see what Metzdorf can do here on 1-2. Another strikeout. Throw down to first to complete the play.
That was very
close.
close. Yeah, that did not need to be that close.
A little lackadaisical at first base
For the Bulldogs,
standing next
in
to
the
the
top
bag,
of the
but
first,
the Blue
no
Sox
runs on
get
no
out of the
hits,
inning
no
with
Blue
2
Sox
Ks.
errors and 1 runner
Scoreless.
left on
Half
base.
an inning
We
in the
move
books.
to the bottom of the first, scoreless. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the first, Pasiak, Sprake, and Grundy.
LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in card. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly. Made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the link and codes on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is. Chris is just going to read it to you now.
Leading off for the Blue Sox, the center fielder, number 14, Jack Pasiak.
So Jack Pasiak will lead things off against Chase Carter. Another lefty.
The rare dual lefty starting matchup.
Carter's won each of his last 3 decisions. He's 3-1 with a 1.40 ERA in 30 innings. And he's quickly ahead of Pasiak.
You know, one of the reasons Jack got off to such a hot start, Sam, it feels like at least, is that he's not afraid to swing at the first pitch, offer a lot at early pitches in the at-bat. He's not afraid to fall behind in the at-bat. He still has that same approach, and it's not working out for him, but I feel, just currently in this little run of play that we've been on recently,
he swings those were pitches I don't feel like he was swinging and missing at earlier on in the
exactly. So never mind, I will take that point back. Now batting for the Blue Sox, the extra hitter, number 1, Joe Sprake.
Joe Sprake apparently has family here tonight, watching his Blue Sox debut. Lefty on lefty. And he swings to the first pitch, bloops it into left field, down for a base hit. Sprake takes a wide turn at first and holds there. So that'll bring up Ryan Grundy getting the start at third base tonight.
It was Logan Auer was batting just then.
Oh, it was? That was Logan?
Yeah, Joe's going to bat 5th.
Oh, well, we were told that was Logan Auer just batting just now, wearing number 1, and it was not Joe Sprake. Mad apologies to all involved. Yeah.
On first right now, yes, sir. Yeah, I don't know. We got told us we got a new guy last second, and I don't know who to look for. That's Joe. Okay, copy that.
I'm so confused.
So Joe Sprake is going to wear Logan's number moving forward. Logan's going to wear number 1.
Okay,
Joe
so
Brian Acosta for all we're concerned at in the 5-hole.
1-1 is the count to Ryan Grundy. That much we know.
Now batting the third baseman, number 22, Ryan Grundy.
So Pasiak strikes out. I just wrote down Logan Grundy for whatever reason, my scorebook. Auer is aboard with a single, and Grundy is ahead in the count, 2-1. Line down the right field line. That'll be a foul ball. And it'll be 2-2. Grundy with another fly ball into right field. This one into foul territory more obviously. In a late break, and did he make the catch? No, it's a foul ball.
You know what's crazy? Sorry. Let me actually broadcast too. He got there in time, and he had a chance to effectively make the toe tap catch, right? Squeeze the ball before his feet hit the walking path. That's a tough break for the Bulldogs because that would have been an impressive and important put out by Favazzo.
Instead, it keeps the count at 2-2 with one on. Here in the bottom of the first after Dan Metzdorf got through the top of the first with 2 Ks and 1 base runner, a hit by pitch. Another fine swing by Grundy into right center field, and this one will be caught for out number 2. 3 good swings by Grundy at the end of that AB. Alas, it doesn't do anything to advance our, and there are 2 down.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the left fielder, number 41, Pat Casserly.
Pat Casserly.
All right, so I got that one right.
Getting the start in left tonight in the cleanup spot. And takes down and in for a ball. Blue Sox, the official final score of that game Monday night was 15-8. It was the most allowed by the Blue Sox in a game since 2006. And here's a hopper to the left side. Third baseman's got it. Brett Stone fires on to first for the out that retires the side.
How did Logan get on? I'm sorry.
Base hit.
For the Blue Sox, in the bottom of the first, no runs on 1 hit, no Bulldogs errors, and 1 runner left on base. We move to the top of the second, still scoreless. Due up for the Bulldogs, Condon, Cormier, and Matthew Favazzo.
Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach, email yours truly for all the deets. Yeah.
I did not mean to cut off the break.
No,
This is the most discombobulated we've been for a 18th game of the season, 19th game of the season ever.
Seriously, though.
And I don't know what's gotten into me.
I don't know, man. I really don't. This is just wild stuff. I thought from what I thought we had Brian Acosta in the lineup, and then we had I think it was supposed to be Jack in the 5, like in the on deck circle just now when Casserly was up. I don't know. Well, Metzdorf goes 1 inning, doesn't allow a hit or a run or a walk, strikes out 2, and Matt Draper will take over. Seamus Condon to lead things off for the Bulldogs.
The second for the Bulldogs, the first baseman, number 20, Seamus Condon.
Can we exhale maybe just a little bit?
All right, so now, I think we're good.
Are we, though?
I don't know, but I'm going to try and speak it into existence.
Oh, God. Here's a grounder to the right side of the first pitch.
What a play by
PFP,
Harry.
baby! One down.
Wow, that impressive by both Tucker and Drapes. That was a really difficult hop for Harry, and then Matt needed to get on his horse to get over to first in time.
That's not what they mean by the ball finding you when you come into the game, I don't think.
Now batting, the catcher, number 34, Caleb Cormier.
Look, sometimes you need to be rattled a little bit, whether you're on the field or behind home plate, to get back in the groove.
Well, so Bruce came over and he echoed the same set.
Oh my God!
I mean, that's wearing one. So that's two different batters that have just really earned their hit by pitches today for the Bulldogs. Yeah. Wore that like a suit and tie. Now batting, the second baseman, number 46, Matthew Favaza.
Which is exactly why I don't wear those.
34, believe, 734.
734 is first pitch, yeah. Yep.
We'll take that.
Swing and a miss. So let's recap.
We also don't know why this game started at 7:30. Is another.
I personally don't, because like 7:30 is like we were saying, 7:30 is usually the first pitch for the Bulldogs home games. As that is fouled off, it is 0-2 now to Matt Favazzo. So the first two pitches of this inning were 3-1 ground out plunking. Draper delivers liner into right field for a base hit. Cormier gets into scoring position. Good piece of two-strike hitting by Favazzo, who has always been a very good two-strike hitter. Down 0-2, does not matter. First and second for Brett Stone.
The third baseman, number 81, Brett Stone.
Stoney is a former Blue Sox and was one of the best hitters in the ICL last year. Little slow this year, only a 598 OPS in the early going, but last year, 1275 OPS, 6 doubles, 6 triples, 3 homers, 22 ribbies.
What did his average end at last season? Because wasn't he in the league leader discussion for batting at?
438
Yeah.
was his final batting average.
We mentioned his name in a lot of broadcasts last
as well
season.
we should have. He's finished slashing 438, 500, 775. Fouls
nice
out.
little 8-hole hitter, right? Yeah.
I mean, he's got the reputation to be a 3 or 4 hitter. Again, a little off pace from last year this year, but hoping to get into a groove in a big way, and big game here in the log jam in the top 5 slots in the ICL standings. That'll be fouled off. It'll be 1-2.
Drape's feeling like he's a little bit of mind games at play right now.
What makes you say that?
Just like normally he's so quick back on the bump, getting the sign in his set pitch. And with these 2 runners on, it seems like he's changing the cadence, if you will, of the delivery itself, where it's more herky-jerky than I'm used to it seeing. And it does seem like it might slightly be keeping Stone off balance, at least just in this at-bat.
Drape's last appearance, June 30th, fired over 120 bolts against the Andre Chiefs in that 9-7 victory. Grounder right side, 4-6.
He beat it out.
Beat it out,
Yeah.
So it'll be first and third with 2 down. Nice turn overall.
I was going to say, Dylan, he did what he needed. He held up his end of the bargain on that play. The right fielder, number 29, Ian Bourne.
So let's see what Ian Bourne can do in the first run of the game, 90 feet away. Drapes allowed 7 runs in that
He was
win over the Chiefs.
the
None
only
of them
pitcher
were
available.
none of them were earned though.
Yeah.
None of them were earned.
I think
First
everybody
pitch swinging, foul in foul territory.
He's got
Grundy makes the catch to retire the side.
for the Bulldogs in the top of the second. No runs on 1 hit. No Blue Sox errors. 2 runners left on base. We move it to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the second. Sprake, Corliss, and Jimenez.
The LSP store is open. Get yourself one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it, and some words I've probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Email yours, wrong one. I keep screwing that one up. Scan the QR code here to buy. We go to the bottom of the second, and now it will be Joe Sprake coming to bat against Chase Carter, who allowed the one-out single to Logan Auer, but nothing else in the bottom of the first.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Blue Sox, the designated hitter, number 37, Joe Sprake.
Sprake, now it's his Blue Sox
His
debut.
long-awaited Blue Sox debut.
Long as in 3 slots down the order.
Yeah.
Takes on the outside corner for strike 1.
So I remember, he played at Elon, and my first year working baseball PA at Northeastern, he was one of their better players. I remember this name. It sounded familiar to me. I heard him talking off the dugout. That's where he went. A lot of pop in this bat.
For whatever reason, Baseball Reference doesn't have much of his batting stats here. They list him as a pitcher.
How about that? I remember. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was at first. I could be wrong. A lot of games there, but good D1 talent.
2-2.
Jersey guy.
Yep.
As we have
Tom's
a decent amount of,
River.
yeah.
Played with Brock.
How do you do?
Nice little knockdown though at first. Flip to the pitcher, covering. Got him.
Oh wow!
Bang bang play. 1-3 ground out. 3-1 ground out to begin the bottom of the second, just like the 3-1 to begin the
Pitchers
top
are certainly fielding their position well tonight.
Pitchers are athletes.
So far. Now batting the catcher, number 26, Craig Corliss.
And speaking of athletes, look at Craig Corliss coming back and suiting up behind the plate after the abuse he took on Monday night.
He caught, like 172 pitches, I believe?
Something along those lines. By the time we got to the top of the 7th, Bruce had told us that there had been over 300 pitches in the game, and I have a hard time believing that was an even split.
It could not have been. But that's how catchers are built, right? Like that you expect if anybody on the team is going to grind to that level and be ready to just come back, it's going to be your starting catcher. And he didn't take any, throw me at the EH spot, put me over at first today, Rick. Nope, right back behind the plate. He's already seen 2 different pitchers today.
He did go 3 for 3 against the Sabres at the plate on Monday night. Those doubled his hit total on the year. He's 6 for 13, and 2 of his hits were doubles. Although one of them...
That's a good take right there, because you had seen Carter starting pitches high, trying to work Craig's eye level low, and then he gives him that kind of tasty-looking pitch just up out of the zone, and Craig spits on it.
Grounds this one to the left side, fielded cleanly by Stone. What a rocket,
Golly.
the first 2 down.
That's a good operation they have in the infield here for the Bulldogs. Now batting for the Blue Sox, the shortstop, number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
Let's see what AJ can do with 2 down and the base is empty.
Okay. And we'll assume Joe is going to stay in 37. Cool.
Andy was 1 for 3 on Monday night, able to hold up there, and it is ball 1.
Oh. When you don't know what somebody looks like anyway, and so, yeah.
2-0. Jimenez slashing 302, 339, 377.
Well, so Rick made a point to tell. Sorry. Rick made a point to tell me, hey, we got a new guy today.
Right.
Last name, and then I just didn't ask any more questions after that. Yeah.
Down and in and to the backstop, so a 4-pitch walk drawn by Jimenez will prolong the inning. So both teams have a base runner in every inning so far, and here's Dylan.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the second baseman, number 10, Dylan Walsh.
Walsh was 1 for 2 with a run scored on Monday night as he takes down low for a ball, 1-0. 5 consecutive balls now thrown by Carter after the first 2 were retired. Walsh slashing 462, 533, 577. 1-1 is the count after the foul ball. Dylan had multi-hit games each of the first 4 he played this year as he flares this the other way towards the line, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
The bottom of the order has been – it's funny because when the Blue Sox were on that winning streak, it seemed like it was the usual suspects. Now they're getting a bit more out of the bottom of the order. And what a 9-hole hitter in Nick. Now batting the right fielder, number 33, Nick Anderson.
Well, both Anderson and Stone, productive hitters last year who are a little behind the curve so far this year, down towards the bottom of the order, but still not to be taken lightly. Despite that, a little poke to the right side, hops over the second baseman, into right field, bobbled in right field, and here comes Jimenez to give the Blue Sox a 1-0 lead.
Better to be lucky than good. Now,
Por qué no los dos?
That definitely was a hit off the bat, but are we assuming Andy doesn't score if it doesn't get bobbled out and right?
I don't know.
You just take what you can get.
Yeah, exactly.
The first baseman, number 11, Harry Tucker.
I mean, I'm tempted to give Nick a base hit and an RBI there. So
works for me.
Whatever. Yeah, exactly. It's not 1-0 Bulldogs. It's 1-0 Blue Sox. And it is now 0-1 to Harry Tucker, who had a critical defensive play in the top half of this inning. He's now behind 0-1. One and one now to Tuck.
I feel like the Bulldogs have traveled with more players for tonight's game than I've ever seen
Can you
in
really
my
call
3
it
years
traveling,
of
though?
working
This
ICL.
is still your
I
home
understand,
field?
but just that many bodies in the dugout when they have 9 fielders on the field, it's ooh.
Tucker smokes this one into left center
That's
field.
over everybody.
Back at the wall, off the base of the wall. 1 run scores. Here comes Anderson. 2-run double for Tucker. 3-0 Blue Sox.
How about the bottom of the order when the team needs it the most in this season? It feels like a nondescript bottom of the second until you turn it into a 3-run, 2-out rally. The center fielder, number 14, Jack Pasiak.
The Blue Sox special 3 spot after the first 2 were retired.
Crazy. Hey, that is a great trait to hang your hat on as a team. What do we do? Well, we'll get 2 outs quick, but then we're a problem.
Yeah, playing possum, right? Well, although to be fair, you can't count on that happening all the time because even in close games, the Blue Sox have had to deal with some fine pitching performances as of late when they needed to try and spark a rally and they couldn't. As Pasiak fouls that one off and he's behind 0-2. Pasiak's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, but his triple Monday night was his 4th of the season, the team's 9th, tying them for the third most in the season in the last 20 years. 2 triples in 1 game tied the team record, the 15th 2-triple game for the Blue Sox since 2006. Those 2 triples in that 1 inning that likely the first time in the 400-hitter era that the Blue Sox hit 2 triples in an inning.
Another at bat that Jack fell behind 0-2 in. It keeps the bat on the shoulders there with a decent take. I like to see, though, that this coaching staff has stuck with him kind of as your go-to default center fielder.
I mean, whatever struggles he has had at the plate, he's still been very good defensively, and you can't teach speed.
Yeah.
25 pitches so far in the inning for Carter.
Yes,
Up
sir.
the middle, and nice knockdown at second, but he's going to eat it. Only takes 1, right?
4 straight hits after the Anderson walk, and I feel like it might be time for a mound visit here for Chase Carter.
Well, let's see. Nobody coming out from the Bulldogs dugout yet. As here comes
The extra hitter, number
Logan Auer.
1, Logan Auer.
Auer had a real nice single his first time out, really taking it inside out, going the other way into left field. Especially after Pasiak's strikeout. It's a shame the Blue Sox couldn't keep the momentum going after that, but it's still a very nice piece of hitting.
And lefty on lefty to boot.
Exactly. And he really got in on his hands, too. It really forced it out the other way.
He does a lot of the fundamental side of the game very well. If you watch him defensively out there, he's playing extra hitter tonight, but when he's out there in left field, ground gets covered and the angles are always spot on. And he's getting the ball back in quickly, which is what we saw in the loss against Stoneham on Monday, that the Blue Sox got gunned down at the plate twice in high leverage situations because of how quickly the ball got back in.
Read the top line. It is 1-2.
And you don't really think about things like that until a 7-1 lead turns into a 15-8 loss. And you don't understand how the comeback didn't come to fruition.
Well, this losing streak the Blue Sox have been on, and even the win right before the streak started where the Blue Sox allowed 7 runs to the Chiefs, that has gotten the Blue Sox to 86 runs allowed this season. With 9 games, including this one, still to go, that's the 4th most they've allowed in a season since 2006. And that'll do it for the inning as Auer swings and misses, but the Blue Sox score 3 times on 4 hits and leave 2.
In the bottom of the second, 3 runs on 4 hits, no Bulldogs errors, 1 runner left on base. We move it to the top of the 3rd inning with a score, the Lexington Blue Sox 3, the Lexington Bulldogs 0. Due up for the Bulldogs in the top of the 3rd, 10-1-2. Nick Favazzo, Christian Roncal, and Ruben Siegel.
Are you down with the sound called LSP? Of course you are. Then follow and support us on the web, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Flash subscribe button. Membership's also available for $5 a month. PayPal and Creator Spring LSP 37. It's the right thing to do. Okay, so as we go to the top of the third, Chris, are you ready to have your flabbers gasted by tonight?
I was teased with this. I am ready.
Okay, so this is really a fun one for someone who hasn't been around the ICL nearly as long as yours truly. Here's tonight's Blue Sox baseball trivia. Actually, you know what? Introduce Nick Favazzo, and then I'll knock your socks
Give me one
off.
second, yeah.
Anyways,
Leading
hold
off
on
the
to your
top of the
seatbelts.
third for the Bulldogs, the center fielder, number 15, Nick Favazzo.
One half of the Flying Favazzo brothers leads us off here in the top of the third. All right, you ready, Chris? Buckle up. Tonight's Blue Sox baseball trivia question. What Pro Football Hall of Fame quarterback played for the Bulldogs their first 3 seasons in the ICL?
Okay.
Yes,
Hall of Fame
a Pro
quarterback.
Football
Okay.
Hall of Fame quarterback played in the ICL for the first for the Bulldogs in the first 3 years of the franchise existence. As Favazzo pulls this one a bit too much.
So they
and it
were
is
the
strike
Reading
one.
Bulldogs, correct?
They
when
were the
got
Reading
started?
Bulldogs back
Okay.
then, correct.
Okay, what first blush as a Philadelphia area guy, right? You Massachusetts, you're not thinking about football players. So I think I really quickly need to get past thinking that this person is organically going to be from Massachusetts and or New England, but I'm gonna keep it tucked. Reading, can I ask, what was the first year?
2010. It's 1 and 2, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is 1 and 2. Thank you.
Well, if it wasn't 2 strikes before, it is now with the foul ball.
So I don't. Doug Flutie is not in the Football Hall of Fame, correct?
Chris.
Hey, okay. A task failed successfully. Task failed success because it's only Doug Flutie, and then it's either like, oh, did Tom Brady do it as like a publicity stunt? But there we go.
Not
Guys,
while he was active.
Well, who knows? It's baseball. He was a great baseball player. You've seen the video of him hitting it at Fenway Park. Hey, thank you, Katrina. I appreciate it. Now batting the extra hitter, number 6, Christian Roncall. So what did you have a stat line up there for Flutie?
I did.
Can I take a look at that?
This was his slash line.
He
in
was
his
a
3 years.
true athlete. That's
294, 333, 324, and 23 games over 3 years.
It's a ball player right there. He's helping the team out right there. Natick's finest, right?
Yep.
Oh, how about that? Sam, take a look.
Yeah, we got pictures of the guy.
This is magical.
We got pictures of the guy in a Reading Bulldogs uniform.
So that picture, we got Peyton Heisner on the right here. So this is, Sam, your trivia question just brought everything full circle.
Bring it in. We'll bring up the booth cam here. Come here.
Oh, yeah, do you mind? Because he has a...
Yeah, let's just get by this pitch first. All right,
so he's going to show it into the webcam real quick. Oh, boy. That hit his shin square on. And he's gonna try and be tough and play this one off.
Draper, you mean?
Yes.
Oh God, I was gonna say
that hit his left
how
shin.
That possibly ricochet in that direction, but it ricocheted in a bad way as far.
Yeah,
as
you got to show the people this.
Yeah. So, but anyways, here is Peyton Heiser with Doug Flutie, known Reading Bulldog.
That's just incredible. I got to announce Ruben after this first pitch because I was so in there. Thank you for the contribution to the broadcast. Don't let anyone say we're not the top broadcast in the ICL, or really in Massachusetts Summer League baseball entirely, especially when you're bringing in that. Sam, way to go. We all did great.
Announce Ruben, man.
No, I will. When I missed Ryan, I waited 2 pitches. So
yeah, all right, fair enough.
It's called
consistency.
This is gonna be a B. This is gonna be a B game at best for Chris tonight, everybody. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the left fielder, number 60, Ruben Siegel.
B game for me too, probably.
You're doing great. No, I gave you 3 wrong Blue Sox lineups before we finally got it right.
You
to
didn't
start
give me,
today.
You didn't give me 3 wrong lineups. You just gave me 1 player, and that wasn't even your fault.
Hey,
So,
listen,
like,
when the team is doing better than the broadcast, everybody wins.
I mean, like Chris was not nearly as flabbergasted by the question. I didn't think Chris was going to be like completely stumped by it. I just thought you would be floored by the idea that that Hall of Fame quarterback played in the Intercity League.
Because there's the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, and then there's just the Football Hall of Fame.
Oh, is he not in Canton?
He's certainly in the College Football Hall of Fame.
He's in the Canadian Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what?
fine.
Look. The point stands.
Point stands. Hall of Famer. Reading / Lexington Bulldogs.
Really good professional football player, Doug Flutie. 2-2.
And apparently a good hang, a cool guy. That's the stories I've heard.
If you ask the Heisners,
He went to the same McDonald's every day for whenever he played on the Patriots. Worked out for him. The story that he said. Now we're having a lot of conversation. Sorry, Sam. Was that it was the same McDonald's he went to growing up as a kid, and it happened to be on the way to Foxborough, and then the drive-through attendant remembered him. That's a hometown guy. That's exactly who I want being my backup quarterback.
And he did the last drop kick in NFL history.
That get you 2 points?
No, just one.
Just one.
Just one. Same as a PAT, just harder. Full count here with Roncall at first. Pitch is a ball. Ball for you. So it'll be first and second with 1 out after Siegel draws the walk.
The shortstop, number 11, Emilio Burnt.
So the tying run comes to the plate in the person of Emilio Burnt, who was the first base runner of the game for the Dogs, getting hit by a pitch with 2 outs in the first. It was Dan Metzdorf as the opener in this one. Just pitched the first inning, got 2 Ks, and now Matt Draper dealing with first and second, 1 down for the Bulldogs. Down and away for a ball, 1-0.
Did Christian Roncall, did he walk in that at bat?
No, he singled.
He singled. Okay,
Yeah.
So with Draper,
Roncall singled, ricochet off of Draper's shin.
that's that play. How quickly you forget when Matt walks happen with Matt Draper, but back-to-back walks, and so I forgot how that about went.
Yeah,
You want to let him pitch, unencumbered and uninhibered.
The Canadian wildfire smoke is messing with us on all levels.
Yes.
Here's a base hit into left field. They are going to send Roncall, and then he's going to put on the brakes.
That looked like he put on his own stop sign there, and that was the right decision because that ball was coming in hot from left field.
Well, let's see if Flutie Power fuels
This is
Peyton
big.
Heisner here.
Did you
with the
time
bases
this trivia
loaded.
question right?
I didn't intend to.
The designated hitter, number 27, Peyton Heisner.
So Heisner's got the tying run at first. He represents the go-ahead run and looking to improve on his performance from last time when he struck out swinging against Metzdorf to end the inning.
Fouled off about 6 pitches from Metzdorf.
Scoops this one up into shallow right behind second. Infield fly is called, and there are 2 down.
Blue Sox needed that because that was a long way for Nick Anderson to cover if that one wouldn't have dropped in or if Walsh wouldn't have caught it. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the first baseman, number 20, Seamus Condon.
Condon ground out 3-1 to begin the second, his first time up. Draper getting a strikeout, Favazzo to begin the inning, but then Roncall, Siegel, and Burnt all reaching on single walk single. Heiser popping up to second. Let's see what Condon can do here. Takes just high for ball 1. This is his second time facing Draper. Sky looks a lot better than it did shortly before first pitch. Smoke has cleared out a little bit. Foul tip into the mitt for strike one, 1-1. I put in the who you got, pulls the third option, the everything bagel seasoning air. And again, palpable. Up and away, 2-1. I don't know. Would you almost rather let two in on a base hit than walk a guy in a situation like this?
No, absolutely not. Is that a serious question?
I don't know. I don't know, man. Just
two greater than one.
Right,
it's the third inning. You want to keep the lead as big as possible.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
everything's getting better.
Well, maybe not the pitch count here.
Well,
because it is a full count with the bases full. Gentlemen, start your engines. Roncall off of third, Siegel off second, Burnt off of first. Payoff, pop up.
Oh, he
maybe a bit
pretty
more
good.
than that into center, but Pashiak catches it for the out that retires the side.
For the Bulldogs, in the top of the third, no runs on 2 hits. No Blue Sox errors, 3 runners left on base. We move to the bottom of the third inning, the Lexington Blue Sox 3, the Lexington Bulldogs 0. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the third, Grundy, Casserly, and Sprake.
Our next broadcast will be tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on this here YouTube channel when the Blue Sox host the Melrose Americans in their third and final regular season meeting of 2026. That'll be an important one with the season series at 1 apiece. Tiebreaker on the line in that one. See you fine folks here again. 7:55 Eastern Air, 8 o'clock first pitch. We go to the bottom of the third, and it will be the heart of the order due up for the Blue Sox in Grundy, Casserly, and Sprake. Blue Sox cashing in with the first 2 retired in the second. 5 consecutive base runners bring home the first 3 runs of the ball game in the bottom of the second, and now looking
that's an upgrade, yeah,
for more here in the bottom of the third.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Blue Sox, third baseman, number 22, Ryan Grundy.
Ryan Grundy, who flew out to right his first time up. That was one of 3 consecutive well-hit balls at the end of that at-bat. Unfortunately, ended up as a flyout, but maybe seeing the ball well there. That
was a good breaking ball. He hasn't snapped off one like that yet tonight.
I don't know, but it didn't look like it broke that much. Look, it might have been on a platter for Grundy, but he lays it off. Swings at this one, fouls it the other way into foul territory, and it's the catcher making a long run to haul that one in. Caleb Cormier for out number 1.
There's less wind tonight than there was on Monday, but just a little bit, of an assistance to keep that ball in play. The left fielder, number 41, Pat Casserly. Old Pat Casserole.
Who calls him that?
I don't know. I'm trying it, and I'm not mad at it. You're mad at it, but I'm gonna keep trying it.
Okay, Chris Berman.
I'm not going to those depths. I don't think.
Chris Berman Del Sordo.
Listen. That was something I did have to grow up with. I didn't mind it.
I don't know, do we mind that strike call though?
I'm not the biggest fan of it, but that was really good movement by Carter. So credit where credit's due. Little misdirection. Are we trying to figure out this Joe Sprake situation, by the way? Is that what you're doing? Okay,
yes,
thank you.
I am. Yeah, he was a pitcher.
So he pitched it, Elon. Okay. Probably announced him for a pitching change then.
2-2 to Cass, who grounded out to third to end the bottom of the first.
This is nice. If you're a Bulldogs fan, this is really, good to see out of Carter. Yeah, especially with that K right there. Let the bottom of the order touch him up, and that's the reason they're trailing by 3 right now, and he's just attacked the 3 and 4 hitters for good results. The designated hitter, number 37, Joe Sprake.
Sprake, for what it's worth, in his collegiate career was 0 for 60. That's games played. Never mind. It's 0 for 2 in 65 games played. Swings and misses for strike 1. Something tells
Got
me.
robbed of a first hit in his first Blue Sox at bat
Yeah,
by that great play by the first baseman and pitcher.
Yep, Condon. Here's a grounder. Bounces, fanned on, and he's going to reach. Well, fool me once, shame on you. Can't get fooled again. Sprake reaches. Inning continues.
Now batting the catcher, number 26, Craig Corliss.
Give you more on his, if he's in the DH spot, that they have a base hit, gotta, come on.
Gotta give him this first hit, yep.
Now, he's in the DH spot, which kind of indicates to me that he could pitch later on in this game, as that is outside for ball 1 to Corliss, ran out to third.
Which is really good roster management when we just talked about the game that Drapes was the only available pitcher for, and he had to throw 120-some pitches to get the Blue Sox the dub. It is nice when you get, as the kids say, get you somebody that can do both.
2-0 to Corliss, 0 for 1 so far. Curveball drops in there for strike 2.
I see what you're talking about. It has decent, it's moving as breaking balls do, but it's hanging up there a little bit.
Corliss granted time here as he makes himself comfortable. Three and 1.
Wow, that was a great take, because that ball was probably just barely a ball. But I mean, if we had ABS, that pitch is getting challenged.
3 and 2, and I love how Sprake is, your prototypical pitcher hitting. He's got the black batting gloves still on, and he is not even threatened to run, but he's going to have to here with a full count. Corliss.
Oh, look out, Bus. Craig turned on that one.
He really did, but again, just too far out in front of that one. Well, it sounds good.
He's seeing a lot of pitches in this at bat. I will say, I think he is trying to set his agenda on Chase Carter here and zone up one, tunnel up one that he's looking for.
Another pitch on 3-2, and he fouls that one off. And I mean, look at it this way: he has also gotten Carter up to 65 pitches.
I was just about to ask what is the pitch count situation here for Carter?
Because Carter only threw 13 in the first, but it's been 52 since.
All right, get a couple more. Let's get it up to 70 before the end of the inning.
Full count. Payoff again. Grounder to the left side. Slow roller. Fire onto first in time, and it'll only get to 66. Side retired.
For the Blue Sox, in the bottom of the third, no runs on 1 hit. No Bulldogs errors, 1 runner left on base. We move it to the 4th inning. The Lexington Blue Sox 3. The Lexington Bulldogs 0. Due up for the Bulldogs in the top of the 4th. Cormier, Matthew Favazzo, and Stone.
LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in card. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly. Made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the link and codes on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is. So we go to the top of the fourth, just about to hit the hour mark in this ball game. Matt Draper about to begin his third inning of work. He has thrown 35 pitches through his first two after Dan Metzdorf worked the first inning. And Blue Sox off to a good start here, up 3-0, not 6-0. It is 3-0. Just a typo on the scorebug controller. And they really need this one after losing their last three, the last two coming to the Stoneham Sabres by a combined score of 22-8.
What game ended 22-8?
No, the combined score of the Stoneham game.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The 15 runs allowed by the Blue Sox, the most they have allowed in the last 20 years. And to give you an idea of how long it's been since that high or low water mark, as it were, stood.
Leading off the top of the fourth for the Bulldogs, the catcher, number 34, Caleb Cormier.
That record for runs allowed in a game by the Blue Sox stood for 16 years. The last time they gave up that many, as here's a first pitch base hit into left field by Cormier to begin the top of the fourth, so he gets on base for the second time.
It's a rather ideal way to start off an inning.
Oh, absolutely.
The second baseman, number 46, Matthew Favazzo.
That was on August 4th, 2010 against the Watertown Reds when they allowed unlucky number 13.
It was in my summer break between freshman and sophomore year of college.
Gray hair number 50, gray hair number 51,
Yes,
strike
yes.
number 1.
Yes.
I
I got more than that. Probably more than 51.
You might actually have more than me now that I think about it.
I might. Yeah, I got some silver.
Get
I'll
out-
take it. I'm not mad at it.
Get out of here, kid.
Yeah. You got to embrace it, right?
0-2 to Matt Favazzo, had a base hit his first time up in the second. Got forced out, though, for 6 play. Swings, hits this one into right field and backing up and towards the line. And making the catch is Nick Anderson for out number 1.
The third baseman, number 81, Brett Stone.
So here's Stoney. Hit into that fielder's choice I just mentioned back in the second. Both teams have had a base runner in every inning. The Bulldogs have had multiple base runners in each of the last 2. Fouled into the screen for strike 1. Drape's now on 40 pitches through 2 1/3 innings and showing no ill effect. So that ricochet off his shin for Ron Hall's base hit last
I
inning.
had both headphones, like both cans, like squarely over the ear, and I like heard that clear as day through the headphones. I'm surprised. He's probably got a pretty large welt on that left leg.
And we have to remember, folks, for those playing the home game, that Chris doesn't have his
headphones
connected. He can't obviously he can hear. He can literally hear himself. He can't hear himself in the headphones right now, and that's still and that's
It
still
broke
rang
through everything. Yeah, I'm essentially wearing earmuffs to talk on the broadcast, and that's fine. I probably need to, but that just emphasizing how hard that ball was hit and how flush it hit off the shin of Drapes. That's your lead foot when you're a right foot pitcher. And it angled the ball all the way out of play across the left field foul line.
Jeff Barry letting us know in the chat that after 3, the Expos are leading the Americans 3-1. That is a big one for the Blue Sox to watch as this is into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. So for the 3rd consecutive inning, multiple base runners for the Bulldogs. And on 0-2
That's what we know
again.
Brett Stone to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, that's how you do a rally.
Mhm.
You jump on the first pitch of the inning. Then you have another hitter grind out the pitch he wants in a 2-strike count. 1 out, speed. It is the bottom of the order, but that worked out for the Blue Sox when they set the table with the bottom of the order.
The right fielder, number 29, Ian Bourne.
It is funny, though, how the Blue Sox bottom of the order can really, light things up when they want to, but also that the Blue Sox pitching staff has struggled a considerable amount with the opposing bottom of the order hitters over the last couple of years. A little, excuse me,
Foul
that's
ball.
a foul ball for strike one. Just to finish my point, though, Jeff Berry telling us in the chat, the Expos are leading the Americans 3-1 after 3. That's a big one for the Blue Sox to keep an eye on, with the Americans coming here tomorrow night, and the Expos and the Blue Sox, and the Americans and the Blue Sox among that log jam in the 5 playoff spots in the ICLs. That's downstairs for a ball, 1-1. If you look at the ICL standings right now, there's the Americans second by points in the ICL. The Blue Sox 5th, although, again, they have games in hand on everybody right now. So that's fouled off 1 and 2.
Games in hand, and if you win the game tonight, you're a point out of first place again.
Yeah.
Depending on what happens in the Americans Expos game.
Correct. If the Americans come back, then the Americans will still be ahead in the win column. But again, points percentage in the end doesn't actually matter that much. If for whatever reason, here's a grounder, left side, trickles into left field for a base hit. 1 run scores, and it is 3-1 on the base hit by Bourne with 2 strikes.
The center fielder, number 15, Nick Favazzo.
Bourne, the number 9 hitter, with the base hit to bring home the first run for the Bulldogs.
That's 6, 8, and 9 in the lineup, doing
With
the damage
in this inning. Yeah, and 7 already had a base hit in the second inning. Liner over the second baseman's head into right center. Here comes run number 2. It is a 1-run game, and again, the bottom of the order doing damage against the Blue Sox pitching staff.
Yeah, just jumping on these first pitches of these at-bats. And now you're back to the top of the order. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the extra hitter, number 6, Christian Runcall.
Rick DeAngelis was calling for an appeal at third base, believing that maybe Stone had missed the third base bag coming home, but he is ruled safe. And it is a 3-2 ball game as the lineup turns over for Runcall, who's 1 for 2. Base hit last time.
It is funny. You nailed it. Sprake now is angling himself towards the bullpen and just starting to go through some warm-up motions.
Tying run in scoring position for the Bulldogs. The Blue Sox had a 3 spot in the second. The Bulldogs threatening to tie here in the 4th. Popped up. Right side. Infield fly is called. 2 down.
It's twice now that an infield fly has potentially helped the Blue Sox get out of a tricky situation.
It worked out last inning. Let's see what happens here.
The left fielder, number 60, Ruben Siegel.
Still got to deal with a very good hitter in Siegel.
That they do.
0 for 1, fly out to right in the first, and a walk in the third. Grounder right side. Tucker's got it. Can he win the race of the bag? He does. Side retired.
For the Bulldogs in the top of the 4th, 2 runs on 4 hits. No Blue Sox errors. 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Lexington Blue Sox 3, the Lexington Bulldogs 2. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 4th, Jimenez, Walsh, and Anderson.
Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach, email yours truly for all the deets. Looks like we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Bulldogs. Or is that? Or just Carter wearing number 3 the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's news because we had him as 52 on the roster. He's been wearing 3 the whole time. And at any rate, sorry about that. Okay, Carter at 67 and now 68 as he is 1-1 with Anderson Jimenez. And my stupid fingers are just messing up the entire scoreboard.
How many pitches is Chase Carter on right now? Or 60, never
This
mind.
is now number 69.
Nice.
Go on, make your jokes.
No. I
I'm telling
I
the chat.
forgot that it was at 66 at the end of the last inning.
Jimenez
Just
pops
got
this
under
one
that.
up into center field, and that'll be run down for out number 1.
Is the smoke coming back?
Like I don't know, is
right?
it?
Like, I don't know.
Like,
You can't kick up that much dirt at once, right? Like, the second baseman, number 10, Dylan Walsh.
I mean, it's also like sunset. It's 8:45.
It's a beautiful. It turned into a
July,
beautiful
so
night.
It really did.
The sky looked foreboding like all day, and now it is picturesque. But I don't know. It's just I'm so used to the light angles and the visuals and just the cadence and flow of an 8 p.m. start that just everything about this game feels slightly different to me. And maybe that's all it is that it doesn't look like this normally in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, it is 0-2 to Walsh, and Carter clearly going after a quick inning here after the Bulldogs got him within 1. Check swing, I'll appeal, no, and it is 1-2 to Dylan Walsh, who singled and scored his last time up.
Also looks like now, believe this is Giancarlos Ramirez getting loose for the Blue Sox too. So you had Sprake starting to go through the motions, Ramirez as well. I'm not sure if there is a leash on Matt Draper right now, but or we don't even need to look at it that way. You just have the luxury of having a couple of arms available if need be.
Well, Walsh getting it from 0-2 to 3-2 here, with Anderson due up next. If I have to get on Tucker, and what an AB there.
That's beautiful. The right fielder, number 33, Nick Anderson.
Anderson with a base hit and an RBI his first time up, then came around to score on Tuck's double. Part of the 3-run second in which the Blue Sox got all their runs so far. Fouls that one off. For strike one, just late on that one. That was a firm bullet and a ricochet off the backstop. It came right back, in fact, really to Carter.
Sent everybody scattering, too. A la the Ryan Grundy, Sal Mirabella foul ball.
But that really just hit off the
Did
fence.
you not, well, I wasn't watching the ball and where it went. I watched all 3 guys in where
Well-
Bruce and Sam are right now get out of the way fearfully.
Yeah, fair enough. Like it did go in that direction. It ended up staying high though, and like the ricochet came pretty straight towards the baseline. The baseline. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now to Anderson, who is, of his 16 outs this year, 15 have been by way of the K.
Yeah, that's right. We talked about that stat last game. The point I was going to make, it's a conundrum because you don't want that streak to continue, but you just don't want him to get outs in general anyway. So you don't want to root for a ground out to break the strikeout streak. The first baseman, number 11, Harry Tucker.
I don't know if you hit 300, but all your outs were strikeouts. I don't think people would complain that much.
Not
would
in
they?
not in this era of baseball.
In this economy,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
1-0 to Tuck, whose 2-run double in the second is the difference right now in a 3-2 ball game in the bottom of the 4th with 1 on and 2 down. At the knees for a strike. 1-1 as Carter is now on 82 pitches.
Chase Carter was on a bit of a precipice to start this inning, and he stared down the barrel of it and has pitched his best work so far here in the bottom of the fourth.
Only needed 13 pitches to get through the first, but the second, obviously with the 3 runs and the 4 hits and the walk, tally, ran things up. Settled down a little bit in the third, but still now at 84 pitches through 3 2/3.
Harry clobbered the ball his
He
first
really
time up.
did.
Yeah, he really squared up Chase Carter, so see a confident-looking swing with this 2-strike count.
A broken back pop-up, right side.
That might work.
That gets down. Wide turn at first, offline throw to the plate, but everybody is safe in the end. And look at Harry Tucker.
You couldn't have thrown that ball into a better spot out there. 2 for 2 for Harry. The center fielder, number 14, Jack Pasiak.
Lineup turns over for Pasiak.
Perfect opportunity for him to start feeling a little bit better in this middle point of the season.
Picked up a base hit his last time. He's 1 for 2. And decent speed in Tucker at first if he can find a gap. That's a strike. A little bit of a delayed strike call there by the home plate umpire. The ball trickling away from the catcher Cormier, but that did hit the zone before it popped out of his glove, and no advance by Tucker or Walsh for that matter, so it's 0-1. High for a ball. Blue Sox hoping to get one of the 2 runs they allowed in the top half of this inning back. Pasiak runs at the corners. Little pop-up into shallow center, and that'll be caught for the out. That retires the side.
For the Blue Sox, in the bottom of the fourth, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We head to the top of the 5th inning. The score remains Blue Sox 3, Bulldogs 2. Due up for the Bulldogs in the top of the 5th, Burnt, Heisner, and Condon.
The LSP store is open. Get yourself one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it, and some words I've probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Scan the QR code on the screen now to buy. Buy.
The shortstop, number 11, Emilio Burnt.
3, 4, and 5, the heart of the order due up for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 5th in a 1-run game. Burnt's reached base both times he's been up so far. Hit by pitch and a single, and now he's behind 0-1 as Draper is now at 52 pitches.
We're at that welcome part of the ball game where the strike zone is just getting a little bit bigger, and it's getting bigger for both pitchers, and I'm not upset at that at all. And I don't think Matt Draper, he's got any complaints.
0-2 is the count to Burnt, will be followed by Heisner and Condon.
Oh, that is
Slow
on the
grounder. Andy, 1 down.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
And there wasn't anything too crazy about that play, but it's a long throw, and Andy, when it goes right, it couldn't look any better. He's Mr. Smooth out there at the shortstop spot.
The designated hitter, number 27, Peyton Heisner.
And as good a defender as Andy can be, when he gets in on a batter's hands like that, it's a slow roller.
Yeah.
Like, all bets are off.
And that's a shortstop. So that's an athlete. The 3-hole hitting shortstop's gonna get down the line quickly.
Heisner 0 for 2. Grounds this to the right side. Walsh, 2 down.
Steady as he goes, Dylan Walsh. Yeah, how nice is that for Draper? You allow the 2 runs, just like in the bottom of the inning, and just the chance for the shutdown, 3, 4, and 5, quickly 2 outs. The first baseman, number 20, Seamus Condon.
Let's see what the left-handed hitting first baseman, Seamus Condon, has to say about Draper's hopes for a quick inning. Hits the outside corner with a fastball, strike 1.
Painting corners the way Matt Draper is right now, that's how you get these quick innings.
Condon laces
Look
that one
out.
foul the other way, 0-2, official broadcast, if it wasn't already.
That ball is that's in the woods. All right, just need one more here. Get all the momentum back, Blue Sox. This is big.
Not there, 1-2. I mean, Condon is a threat. He is 13 for 27 on the year, 1104 OPS, 2 doubles and 4 ribbies.
I feel like this entire team has good numbers. Every time you've brought up a player's numbers here, it's been just no way to paint it but impressive. Maybe Stone's taking a step back from last year, but he's still having a pretty competent year.
Well, the Bulldogs, even last year, were not exactly a team that was as stony goes, so do the Bulldogs.
Right.
Well, from 0-2 to 3-2.
They had a formidable offense last year.
They
It was kind of their
absolutely-
pitching staff that was more of the concern, right?
Yeah, but well, we talk about the Blue Sox pitching depth. They had like one really good pitcher last year, but you couldn't throw him every day.
The Bulldogs, right?
The Bulldogs,
Yes.
right. And from 0-2 to a 2-out walk for Condon.
Coley, right?
Yeah, Coley Schaefer.
Coley Schaefer.
Coley
yeah.
Schaefer. He
Yeah.
was a good one.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the catcher, number 34, Caleb Cormier.
So here's Cormier to try and keep the line moving. He hasn't been retired yet. Hit by pitch in the second. Singled and scored in the fourth.
As far as righties go, Draper's got a pretty decent pickoff move for a right-handed pitcher. I'm interested to see what type of base runner Condon is. If it's somebody you might be able to surprise here with a pickoff play.
Top of the zone for a strike. 1-1. Schaefer's not pitched at all this year, though.
Sorry.
Yeah, 1-1 is the count, and now a little bit concerning there with 5 consecutive balls after getting Condon to 0-2. Here's a foul the other way, and error by the fan in the front row of the bleachers, 1-2.
This lends me to the point that I was going to make, and it's great that he did it 2 pitches in a row. He was having some trouble finding the strike zone. He went back to the well of what has been working for him, which is in on the hands of the right-handed batter, called a strike, foul ball. Why not do it a third time?
And when he was in trouble against the Chiefs, you just spam fastball.
Yeah.
It's his best pitch. Case in point.
Bang! Sam, you know your stuff.
Do I, though?
Just accept it.
For the Bulldogs, in the top of the 5th, no runs on no hits, no Blue Sox errors, and 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The score remaining, Blue Sox 3, Bulldogs 2. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 5th, Auer, Grundy, and Casserly.
Are you down with a sound called LSP? Of course you are. Then follow and support us on the web. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Flash the subscribe button. Membership's also available for $5 a month. PayPal, creator, you're spending LSP37. Try it with your friends. Plays like what Jimenez and Walsh made in the top half of this 5th inning have been anything but routine as of late for the Blue Sox. They they're on a 3-game losing streak, first time since 2023, third time since 2006. The longest losing streak that the Blue Sox have had in the last 20 years was a 5-game skid in 2013, which, to be fair, that was a year in which they won it all. They beat on Monday night. They committed 5 errors, or 1 short of the team
Leading
record.
off the bottom of the 5th, the extra hitter, number 1, Logan Auer.
Committed 5 errors against the Sabres, which is 1 short of the team record, which was tied on June 30th in the win against Andre. 17 errors in their last 4 games for the Blue Sox, as that swung on and missed by Logan Auer for strike 1.
May I be that guy and ask, why did we bring that up with the Blue Sox not having committed any errors so far?
Because it's a good contrast.
That's a good point.
Oh! PFP!
Oh,
no! Oh, my goodness! Carter stabbed it off the mound and bobbled it.
And your camera got all of that,
Oh, my
too.
God.
That is, the Blue Sox you got to take advantage of that in a run
have
game
to.
in the
Like,
bottom of the 5th.
Come on.
That Carter could not have made a better play. And I think he gave himself the pat on the back, right? The third baseman, number 22, Ryan Grundy.
Stabbing it at its apex and then bobbling it to first. But, there's a very easy way to wipe that all away if you are
Chase
Carter. Yeah, you can get it. You're 1 pitch away from wiping out
How about
Auer and Grundy.
will the Blue Sox have significantly less players at the ballpark today than the Oh, come on.
Oh, my.
Okay.
Well, so
halfway's not bad.
they get the force at second.
But
anyways.
real quick, what I was going to say, the Blue Sox didn't bring as many players to the ballpark. 4 lefties against the lefty pitcher, and it doesn't seem like that's really – you can't tell with the numbers yet. The left fielder, number 41, Pat Casserly.
So Grundy reaches on the fielder's choice. And that wasn't even exactly that easy a play for Favazzo and Burnt either up the middle. But it does result in an out, 1 down. And that is on the outside corner for strike 1.
Well, Matthew Favazzo, I remember him last year as just being really one of the defensive standouts that we have in the ICL.
So Grundy's now 0 for 3. Casserly 0 for 2, takes outside for a ball. Bottom of the 5th, the 1-run ball game. Battle Lexington here. First meeting of the year between the Blue Sox and the Bulldogs. And it is 1-2 as Carter, who's at 95 pitches now, hits the inside corner with reinforcements in the bullpen for the Bulldogs. 2-1 is the count. 1-2, actually. I have 1-2.
Is it 1-2?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 1-2. Yeah, the first pitch was a strike, so it was like, yeah. We're already out of baseball.
Yeah.
Got to replenish.
That's been the story all day.
I mean, especially in the first inning, the grotesque number of foul balls we had. 1-2. Little blooper.
That might work.
No.
I thought that was substantially more off the end of the bat. Pat gets good contact.
Not good enough there as it's 2 down for Sprake.
The designated hitter, number 37, Joe Sprake.
Sprake with an infield single his first time up. 1 for 2 in his Blue Sox debut. Elon College product. Toms River, New Jersey native. Takes fastball outside for ball 1. In the top of the 6th, the Bulldogs will have Matt Favazzo, Brett Stone, and Ian Bourne due up. 7, 8, and 9.
Which has been, their bottom of the order has been formidable tonight, too.
It seems that every team's bottom of the order has been formidable against
Yeah.
the Blue Sox. I don't.
It does. Yeah.
Because one thing that has been evident this year about the Blue Sox is that they're at home in particular. They haven't really been running away with games.
No. And those wins that you were talking about at the beginning of the season, I can remember the 5-3 win against Andre. There was a 7-6 win. They felt good. They didn't feel like, oh, I wish that game went a little bit differently.
Even the big one they won over Malden early in the season, they had to separate themselves after Malden, fell behind 7-0 after 2 and then came back to tie it at 8 halfway. Now it is 2-2, and this is another.
And we talked about that in the
Tight
last
ball game.
broadcast,
Yeah,
that it does seem like the rest of the ICL is to an extent catching up to the Lexington Blue Sox.
And to be fair,
There's nothing wrong with that.
And to be fair, there was a 3-year stretch where the ICL absolutely not only caught up, but surpassed the Blue Sox. When you had the Chiefs and the Expos, and the Expos, the Chiefs, and the Chiefs winning the championship series in 22, 23, and 24.
Now,
good spoil.
Correct me if the 24 season that the Chiefs won, the Blue Sox were the 1 seed that year, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and they lost, in the 3rd game.
Yep.
But that was the start of the return, correct?
Yep, because the Blue Sox in 2023 only finished 13-12 and missed the ICL championship series entirely for the first time since 2006. What? Look at this AB by Joe Sprague.
He's fighting. So Carter's over 100 pitches.
He's at 104 by my
about
count
that?
right now, in just 4 2/3 so far. Comes set on the 2-2 pitch. Check, swing, appeal, no. Full count.
Woo.
Base umpire telling the Bulldogs to simmer down as Grundy will be off with the pitch. 3-2 with 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Got him in the end with a fastball, and the inning is over.
For the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 5th, no runs on no hits. 1 Bulldog error, 1 runner left on base. We move to the top of the 6th with the score remaining. Blue Sox 3, Bulldogs 2. Due up for the Bulldogs in the top of the 6th, Matthew Favasso, Brett Stone, and Ian Bourne.
Our next broadcast tomorrow night on this here YouTube channel, 7:55 air, 8 o'clock first pitch for the Blue Sox and the Melrose Americans in the 3rd and final meeting of the regular season in 2026. Jeff Barry, if you got an update on that Americans Expos game, greatly appreciate it. Otherwise, we'll see you here tomorrow night for that game, and we'll see you after this quick timeout for the 6th inning of this game. We go to the top of the 6th in a 3-2 game. Matt Draper out there for his 5th inning of work. It was Dan Metzdorf to start. Pitched the first inning only. Did not allow a run or a walk or a hit. Struck out 2 and hit a batter.
Off the top of the 6th for the Bulldogs, the second baseman, number 46, Matthew Favasso.
Matt Favasso to lead things off. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out to right. We've been informed of a couple of pending changes for the Bulldogs. They'll be subbing their DH and their pitcher next time around, as Favazzo swings at the first pitch. Towering fly ball into center, and Pasiak finds it for a one-pitch out number 1. And you wonder
Couldn't have gone better.
Exactly. And you wonder sometimes, like, even in the – go ahead.
The third baseman, number 81, Brett Stone.
You do wonder sometimes how much the smoke can affect fly balls like that, if it does at all.
There was the game about a week and a half ago. Oh.
As Stoney hits this one into right center field, he's not thrilled with it, though. Oh, a long way to come for Pasiak.
I don't think Pasiak needed to call off the Anderson there, but okay.
But 2 pitches, 2 outs.
But the let me announce this batter too. We're moving so quickly right now.
Now batting the right fielder, number 29, Ian Bourne.
Chicago Cubs game at Wrigley, they had a fog day, and the umps would not call the game, and the fielders were basically saying, like, hey, listen, that's all well and good that you guys can track the ball, but from this direction, we can't. So it probably does affect, especially when you're up looking into the lights.
Yeah, exactly. The fog was a little more evident on the broadcast cameras, though, than it is from this vantage point. Pop up into foul territory, trying to toe tap was Grundy. Not going to get the opportunity, but it is 0-2. In the bottom of the 6th, the Blue Sox will have Corliss, Jimenez, and Walsh due up. Right now, Ian Bourne down 0-2, but that hasn't stopped the Bulldogs tonight, being down 0-2. Just misses up and away, 1-2. It was a quick start to the 5th, too, with the 2 groundouts before Condon grinded out that walk.
Yeah. Let's not open the door for the same scenario here. But if you are a Draper, if you are a Draper, you can't just it can't just be a get me over.
No, but
two and two, correct?
2-2. Just shove.
There we go.
Fastball, best pitch. Just shove. Shove. 0-2 to 3.
It's funny because you mentioned in your call spamming fastballs to end the last half inning, and he listened. So,
well,
come on, Matt. You know what to do.
X, full meter. Unfortunately. Bourne's now 2 for 3, and the inning continues. And again, the bottom of the order giving Blue Sox pitchers fits.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the center fielder, number 15, Nick Favazzo.
So let's see what Nick can do. 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Actually brought home the second run for the Bulldogs back in the 4th as Sammy Steed goes out to have a word with Craig Corliss and Matt Draper. Jeff letting us know that after 5, it's 4-2 Expos over the Americans, excuse me. And this is what we're looking at right now, pending the result of this game. Of course, the Americans Expos game. An Expos win would drop the Americans to 11-7-1. And that would put them even with the Sabres right now.
What do we have for the score? 3-1?
4-2 Expos after 5.
Ooh. Hang in there, boys.
Yep. And the Blue Sox hoping to get to 11 wins with this one, but still have 4 defensive outs to get. Now they have Nick Favazzo to deal with a runner on. Ian Bourne turning an 0-2 count with 2 down into a 3-2 and then a base hit.
The Pythagorean numbers have had the Expos as a rather unlucky team this year, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, listen, it's always time for the tide to turn. Time for luck to be on your side. Let it be tonight, Middlesex.
1-0. 2-0.
Man, 5 straight balls, top of the 5th. 5 straight balls, top of the 6th. Time to get back to the fastball, Matt.
Well, it's not 5 straight balls. There's the base hit in the middle of the.
Yeah. You know what?
Now it's 6 of the last 7 pitches out of the zone, with the one in the zone being hit up the middle to extend the inning. And the leadoff man, Christian Roncal, due up next. That's in there for a strike. 3-1. Josh Becker warming up.
Oh, that's huge.
Fly ball into right. towards the line. Catch and carry.
No, he dropped the ball.
They're checking for it. He didn't get it. So it is just a very long and dramatic strike two.
That was tough too, because
knock
I
the
think
hustle
the
by
reason why
Anderson.
he dropped it was the footing changed underneath him from grass to pavement.
Yeah, exactly.
It happened right at that step.
There is catch and carry in situations like that, but if
Right.
you
You
still
got to
have-
catch the ball.
You still have to complete the
Yes.
catch and make a football move, et cetera, et cetera. 3-2 now, so Bourne will start his engines on this one. 3-2 to Favazzo. Here it is. Spam fastball.
Doors, curtains. There it is. Just saving a little something there.
For the Bulldogs, in the top of the sixth, no runs on one hit, no Blue Sox errors, and one runner left on base. We move to the bottom of the sixth inning. The Lexington Blue Sox 3, the Lexington Bulldogs 2. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the sixth, Corliss, Jimenez, and Walsh.
LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in card. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors, trusted by yours truly, made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the link and codes on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is. And this is the new whip for the Lexington Bulldogs, Brady McCutcheon. Another left-hander after 5 innings from lefty starter, Chase Carter. And McCutcheon is making his 5th appearance of the year. He is 1-0 with a 7 ERA. In 8 innings, he has allowed 6 hits, 8 earned runs, walked 8, struck out 10. Last pitched 3 nights ago against Malden. Went 3 innings, allowed 2 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 2, walked 1, and struck out 2, but also hit 2 batters. So McCutcheon will deal with Corliss, Jimenez, and Walsh here in the bottom of the 6th.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th, the catcher, number 26, Craig Corliss.
Corliss trying to get off the schneid here. He is 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts. And the Blue Sox looking for their first hit since Tucker's single with 2 outs in the 4th. That's in there for a strike. 0-1 from McCutcheon to Corliss. And that base hit by Tucker is the only one since Pasiak. And his base hit with 2 outs in the 2nd.
Wow.
Excuse me, I misspoke. I completely forgot Sprake's infield single. Yeah, how can I forget that one, right? How dare. Especially, hey, first game of the Blue Sox, career pitcher, come in, get an infield single.
Yeah.
Like, come on. How dare I forget that? At any rate, 0-2 is the count from McCutcheon to Corliss.
He seems like a nice guy. I don't think he's going to hold it against you.
Grounder, left side,
That's a fair
ball, Stoney! And able to hold the bag
I don't
was
know. I
Condon
think the
after
Blue Sox
catching
have
that.
a legitimate gripe here.
Oh, boy.
If he even was at any point in contact with the bag is the question, let alone did you hold it at the time that you caught the ball.
And I think the umpires are going to talk about
That's
this.
like, listen, it's not our place to go out of the way and opine here. That's wrong. That we have it on we can't quite see it on the camera angle, but
Yeah,
well off the bag if you're take my word for it at home. And like everybody can hear me say this right now too. Everybody knows what time it is. It's a long discussion between these two umpires because that was wrong as it was ruled on the field.
And let's
You wouldn't have every player on the Blue Sox run out of the dugout here in the top of the 7th if that wasn't the case.
There
we go. Yeah.
Yeah, he does get it. He does get it.
It's look. You can be upset about like close calls. That's not close enough to get upset that got overturned. They talked about it that long for a reason.
And now Eric Steinkraus coming out to have a word. I mean, in fairness to the Bulldogs, it was a tough.
He's pretty animated
No,
too.
he is.
And
but
I understand, like, you do have to defend your own guys, but he's right in front of the play.
I mean, in fairness to the Bulldogs, the Blue Sox, whether you could, depending on your definition of luck, they got a lucky base runner to lead off the 5th when Auer reached after the nice stab by Carter. And then he bobbled it en route to first base, but they didn't pay for it. So, the Bulldogs, can buckle down. We know they can buckle down and overcome adversity and calls or plays that don't go their way. But Eric Steinkraus still not happy over the whole
The
ordeal.
shortstop, number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
And we'll see if the Bulldogs can wash that off like they did in the 5th.
Look, if it's pretty simple with the sport of baseball. If a break happens now that the Bulldogs get a couple of outs on or something goes their way, then the baseball karma gods are, in fact, rewarding them. I don't foresee that happening here over the course of this inning.
Well, Andy looked to.
But I'm not in the predictions business, folks.
Did you see that Poly Market commercial in the All-Star game last night?
I didn't get to watch the All-Star game last night.
God, that pissed me off.
What did I miss? Fill me in.
I don't know. I don't know if words can accurately describe how much it filled both me and Katrina with rage.
Why? What was the premise of it?
Katrina doesn't have a live mic. She can explain it to you.
You know the He Gets Us commercials?
Yes.
They try to pull at your heartstrings.
Yes.
Boom,
This is the Jesus charity.
Yes.
And it was basically like a He Gets Us commercial as Jimenez gets the bunt down and they do get the sacrifice. Oh, throw back to second. Safe.
Now, okay, the point that I just made, there you go. Everybody gets one, right? That was incredible baseball. I don't know. I didn't have eyes on the play at second, but I am more inclined to believe them now on that play. The second baseman, number 10, Dylan Walsh.
But to finish the thought about the Poly Market commercial, it really felt like a He Gets Us commercial, and then
it's
Poly
like,
Market.
But look at us now. Because of us, you can gamble on everything you want. Wow. We're doing great. We're doing great as a society, guys.
Yeah.
I will be looking this up on the ride home. We'll certainly be looking this up.
Don't do that to yourself. 0-1 as that hits the outside
Well,
corner.
I want to see if it angers me to the core to the point that it did you two. You know what I mean?
If it doesn't.
Yeah. I get moved. I get moved by weird things, so who knows?
0-1 to Walsh after Jimenez laid down the sack bunt. Little chopper up the middle, nicely fielded. Throw on to first is in time.
That was close too. Now you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna fight that if you're the Blue Sox. But we have seen a lot of bang play. Going back to the first inning, plays at first that didn't need to be close, and that felt like another one. Got you.
Attention in the ballpark. We have a pinch hitter now batting for the Blue Sox in the number 9 hole, number 27, Luis Atiles.
So Luis Atiles is going to grab a bat and hit for Nick Anderson to get the handedness advantage and try to get the insurance run. Takes a fastball on the outside corner, 0-1.
It's an interesting scenario that the Blue Sox have had unfolded this season, where two of their best players, Luis Atiles and Eric Ramirez, have often not been available at the start of game time, but then have come in and been a very valuable asset off the bench. Peculiar, but par for the course in intercity league baseball.
Outside 1-1. In the top of the 7th, the Bulldogs will have the top of the order due up in Roncall, Siegel, and Burnt. So that
You're right,
runner
this
90
insurance
feet
run.
away could be massive.
Gigantic. Humongous.
1-1 the count to Luis. Oh, held up, and he got the bad news, 1-2.
Speaking of humongous, have you gotten to take a spin on the new Backyard Baseball release yet?
I have not, no.
Okay. I was just wondering. I feel like if assuming that took up a decent chunk of your childhood.
It actually didn't. no.
Really? Okay. I was a big fan.
That's for another stream.
Yeah, okay. Copy that.
Outside, 2-2. Corliss reaching after a bang-bang play at first. Initial out call was overturned. Got sacrificed over to second. Walsh grounding out to short, but that got him to third, where he stands now with 2-2 to Atiles. Full count.
I'm just still, maybe flabbergasted is the wrong word, but I'm still really surprised at how strongly the Bulldogs argued that overturn of the call at first base. It seems like energy that would have been better suited elsewhere.
3-2 to Atiles. High for ball 4.
The first baseman, number 11, Harry Tucker.
Tucker's 2 for 2 out of the 10 hole tonight. 2-run double in the second, single in the fourth. Atiles can run, but would you here? With a lefty on the mound, I don't think there's any chance you risk that.
I mean, he's a skilled base runner. He doesn't make mistakes on the base pass. I don't think of Luis as one of the fastest players on the Blue Sox. I don't know if that's the best possible way to try and manufacture that run.
Fouled into the screen, 1-1. You also have a righty at the plate, so you don't want to try and get too cute over it first and expose yourself to a back pick.
That's true. And Cormier, he certainly has the arm to take advantage of that situation.
3-2 is our score. Blue Sox scoring all 3 of their runs in the second. Bulldogs with both of their runs in the fourth. At the knees, it is 1-2. Tucker, again, 2 for 2 so far, but in a 1-run game, McCutcheon hoping to walk the tightrope. Atiles does go. Pitch is way outside, and probably the right move there for Cormier to eat it, and it'll be 2-2, a stolen base. What do we know?
Yeah, well, it certainly was the right move for Cormier, because I think if he would have went for the transfer, the ball was snow coning up out of the glove.
Yeah.
It just might have created an extra problem. He played it safe.
Well, I mean, with 2 outs in a 1-run game, McCutcheon, your job is get your ender. Don't worry about the base runners.
Yeah.
2-2. Swing and a miss.
He did his job. Yes, he did.
He got his ender, and we go to the 7th. Closing time for the Blue Sox. Up 3-2.
For the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 6th, no runs on no hits, no Bulldogs errors, 2 runners left on base. We move to the top of the 7th inning where the score remains Blue Sox 3, Bulldogs 2. Due up for the Bulldogs in the top of the 7th, the top of the order, Roncall, Siegel, and Burnt.
Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot, whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach. Email yours truly for all the deets. We go to the top of the 7th, and Matt Draper is back out there to try and finish this one off.
Leading off the top of the 7th for the Bulldogs, the extra hitter, number 6, Christian Roncall.
Roncall is 1 for 3, strikeout looking in the 1st, single in the 3rd, pop up to 2nd in the 4th. A swing and oh my no!
Yeah, that would have
I
been
was
too
gonna
crazy.
Say, Draper reached up to try and haul that one in barehanded. It ends up being a leadoff infield single for Roncall.
The left fielder, number 60, Ruben Siegel.
Siegel 0 for 2, fly out to right, walk, ground out to first. The defensive change for the Blue Sox after a T-Lace pinch hit for Anderson. T-Lace is now the EH. Pasiak has moved to right, and Auer is in center. As that is up and in for ball 1 to Siegel. So Roncall, the high chopper that Draper could not firmly secure, gets the infield single and represents the tying run at first. That is in there for a strike. 1-1 to Siegel. Dan Metzdorf pitched the first inning only, got 2 strikeouts, no runs, hits, or walks. It has been Draper the rest of the way since. There is backup in case he needs it in the bullpen, but he spams fastball there, and it is 1-2.
I feel like, I feel like Siegel, they gave him a take sign on the 1-0 pitch that he didn't want to take, and you could see his body language off of that, and now he's in a spot in this at-bat, there we go, that he didn't want to be in.
And he swings and misses at the pitch outside for strike 3 and out number 1.
The shortstop, number 11, Emilio Burnt.
Burnt is 1 for 2, plunked in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, and grounded out to short in the 5th.
And how about this? No Heisner in the on-deck circle.
Here's a grounder. It'll be a slingshot
What can't
throw
he
to
do?
first by Draper.
What can't this man do? Matt would be in. Well, I'm not even going to ask that question. Now batting for the Bulldogs, the designated hitter, number 47, Oliver Henke.
So Henke, the new DH, is what? They call well, here's the thing. So Bird is standing on first because he thought there was catcher's interference, and he's real hot over it. I saw no such signal.
Wait.
Hang on a second. Now they're bringing out Corliss and Rick DeAngelis for an explanation. Did they call
No,
it?
he's.
So
Well, he's not getting off the base.
So, what? Is he out? He's out. Burnt was, well, he's still.
I think that whoever is the first base coach is just not accepting what the umpires have said, and I commend that, honestly.
And here comes Eric Steinkraus in from third, and I mean, Burnt has accepted his fate. It seems he's gone back to the dugout. The first base. Is this a who's on first routine? Like they try. What? They just try. Do they think they throw someone out they thought was what? What?
I mean, all right, listen. There are Bulldogs fans within earshot.
I mean, he's got a point. We've got dark bodies with red sleeves on both
It's
teams.
just like it's not funny though. Like the play got resolved.
Yeah.
The decision was made. The first base coach and the base runner were the only two people that say no, we're not accepting that. Get off the field. We got stuff to do. Like I'm serious. Like I don't. I'm kind of losing patience with what I thought was an approach that I liked in this league.
Hankey fouls that one off for strike one as
The field.
Heisney was 0 for 3 in his turns at the plate. At any rate, I don't know, man. Oliver Hankey pops this one up towards the line, left side. Fair. No, they just what? They just called a foul.
I think
They
it's
called a fair ball or a foul ball. I'm trying to figure it out. The home plate umpire, he had his right hand up for a moment as he was going to point fair, and then he put his hands up, and I didn't know if that meant the play was dead. And
foul ball.
the call is a foul ball after all that. And Oliver Hankey was that close to tying this game with a bloop down the third base line. Instead, it's 0-2.
This is a tough scenario because now they did get robbed. That ball, it was fair.
I had a couple people in my line of sight. I
Yeah.
thought it was. I thought it was
there's no way
going
that
to
ball
land.
wasn't fair. So that this is unfortunate when you get two ump crews, right?
And Steinkraus still pleading his case. He's got a lot, he's got a lot to take away from this game, win, lose, or draw. But I mean, the Bulldogs are still.
This is just as an important game for them, right? So
Yeah,
I totally understand, and you'd
Ag-
love to see
again-
a manager
Again, look
defending
at
his
the
men.
standings.
Yes.
Look at the standings. The Bulldogs 11-7. The Blue Sox 10-6-1. 1 point separates these two
We've had
teams.
4 points of contention in this top of the seventh alone now.
0-2 the count to Hankey.
These two teams get to play each other twice.
Popped up behind us. Twice more, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Bulldogs are going to be the home team for those.
Looking for that's baseball, baby. It's fun. I mean, this is chapter 1, right? There's more of this
These
story
two
to be
teams
told.
faced off in a tightly contested championship series last year, too. 0-2. High, ball one, no debate about
Yeah.
that. Draper is now at 90 pitches through 5 2/3. The tying run is at second in the person of Christian Roncall. Popped up, but that's going to get behind us again. Look out, guys. Hey. Took a ricochet off the top of the bullpen fence.
This is not an easy task that Hankey's in. Remember, this is his first at bat of the game. All of the stops and starts within this at bat, he thought he just had the game tying double, and he's still fighting against Matt Draper.
And he's a very good hitter, too. He's 3 out of 8.
Yeah.
1-2. Popped up.
That's going
Same
out of
direction.
play.
Definitely foul, but. Oh, can't knock the hustle by Ryan Grundy there.
You can't.
Atiles tried to make a similar play the other night against Stoneham. I was talking to Frank before the game, actually. He said he got pretty roughed up on Monday night, and he said if he was going to play, he'd be fine with playing third tonight. Like tonight, and again, the way this game's played out at third,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
1-2. Popped up again
My
the other way
goodness,
and
this
out
guy's
of play.
a good hitter. That might have been the fastest pitch we've seen out of Draper tonight,
I
and he
mean-
was able to turn it right back.
He's out in front of that. Like,
Their dugout does, to their credit, they never don't have fun.
no.
And that's
no.
why you show up to play baseball, right? Like,
This is the most animated I've seen the Blue Sox dugout in a while, too. And they're not usually very
Yeah.
animated, let's be fair.
well,
What-
they've gotten plenty of kindling.
Nothing doing there. 2-2. And now time called. Is Corliss going to go out to have a word with Draper? I don't know why. That was almost a pitch out.
It was.
And why? Like, Get your ender. 2-2 is the count. Three and two.
Well, I think they are staying in the game plan, which is spam fastball. It's been working for you.
But he hasn't been getting on top of it
Right.
enough the last couple of pitches.
Right.
Payoff pitch with Seamus Condon due up next. Got him!
Wow.
Blue Sox win!
Wow.
Fastball down the chute.
Tonight's final score,
Come and get
the
it.
Lexington Blue Sox
didn't.
3, the Lexington Bulldogs 2. With the win, the Blue Sox move to 11-6-1. With the loss, the Bulldogs drop to 11-8. The winning pitcher tonight for the Blue Sox, number 28, Matt Draper. The losing pitcher for the Bulldogs, number 3, Chase Carter. Time of game, 2 hours, 4 minutes.
Wow. I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Yeah, that was the wildest game we've had all 2026.
Seriously.
And only 5 runs scored, and it was still that crazy.
Yeah. Like, my God. So, the Bulldogs fall to 11-8. The Blue Sox improve to 11-6-1. And this is where the ICL standings are, pending the result of the Expos Americans game, which at last check, Jeff Berry, the Expos were leading 4-2 after 5. If the Americans lose that game, the Blue Sox will be ahead of them on points percentage and have a game in hand. So, Drapes gets the win, Chase Carter takes the L, and the Blue Sox.
That's a tough loss because he only had 1 bad inning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's second inning.
The Blue Sox, if they were gonna win, if they were gonna break this losing streak, it either had to be this way or like a 20-0 shutout.
Seriously.
Like it had to be like it couldn't be like a whatever, like a 6-3 game or whatever. That was kind of close, but never in doubt.
Yeah.
It had to be something like this or something where you take the opponent behind the woodshed. And
that's not happening this year.
No,
so
it's
it's
not.
nice that they were able to get themselves across the finish line in a game like this.
Oh my goodness! And the Blue Sox.
Bruce just made a great point. Like, you never have in a game go 2-0-4 with 5 runs in it unless it was this passionate, this hard fought, this good of a baseball game.
And I think a win like this will do a lot more for the Blue Sox, like mental wise, than a 20-0 win or something like that. This game was the epitome of teamwork, picking their guys up, getting out of tough spots, and they did it, and they've snapped a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, I mean, it happened right in the nick of time
Yeah.
for this point of the season, too. And now, do we have an update on the Middlesex-Melrose game?
Melrose is down to their last out with the Expos leading 5-2.
Ooh,
So
things could turn pretty nicely here midweek.
Well, we'll see about that because tomorrow night, this here YouTube channel, Blue Sox and Americans, even if the Americans pull it off, it's still going to be a very interesting watch on this here YouTube channel. In the third and final game of the regular season between these two teams, with the head-to-head tiebreaker on the line, mind you, because the Blue Sox and Americans split their 2 games at Morelli at the start of the season. So, with that said, this has been a presentation of LSP, something for everyone since 2011. Copyright 2026, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of LSP or the Blue Sox is strictly prohibited. A reminder that if you'd like to support future LSP content, you can do so by buying shipping shields using the link and codes on the screen or in the description. Sponsoring future content for as little as $25 a spot. Expos win, by the way. Buy some of this fabulous merchandise from the LSP Spring Store. And, of course, you're down the sound called LSP. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Flash the subscribe button. Membership is also available for $5 a month. PayPal.
Hey, real
and
quick.
Spring LSP 37. Yeah.
Guys, freelance isn't free.
Let me.
I just wanted to remind people.
I was getting
I
to
know
that.
he was on such a roll, and I feel like he was kind of like phoning it in.
I was not phoning
and
it in.
I wanted folks to just remember that freelance isn't free.
I was getting there.
Anyway, back to Sam. You like that I did that, right? You saw the opening that I had, and I.
That's a great way to end this game.
Sam, I love you
We'll
so
see you
much.
fine-
I'm
we'll see you
sorry.
fine
I just needed to
folks
do that.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
I
If
love
you-
that
if-
line. It's such a bar, and I want to give
if-
you credit
if
for that
you were
one.
gonna
Yeah.
do that, you could at least do it like with me during the actual end.
No. Yeah, you can do it again. It's your line. I'm just the guy.
We will see you fine folks tomorrow night, 7:55 air, 8 p.m. first pitch. Who's we for the Blue Sox and the Americans?
Guys, I just got
on this
fired.
YouTube channel. No, you didn't. Anyways, once again, the final score from center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. is Lexington Blue Sox 3 and the Lexington Bulldogs 2. For Chris Del Sordo and all my very rowdy friends here at LHS, my name is Sam Feely, reminding you forever and always, freelance
isn't free.
Thanks for tuning in. Fresh for 2026.
Suckers.
Love you, Katrina. Party hard, Caitlin. Miss you, Tina.